Obviously, we get off to a great start, sloppy first period, too many penalties, and then I thought our penalty kill was huge, gave us a chance to stay in the game, and I thought we really played a good second period. Our power play was certainly opportunistic, and Cooley played really well, gave us a chance, hung in there. Third period, obviously they got the push, they get the early one, so you're on your heels a little bit, but I thought for the most part, things were on the perimeter from their end of it. And, just make a couple bad things on that 6-on-5 goal, and then huge kill in overtime, obviously. And he was again big through the overtime, and just a great shot by Eki.
What were your thoughts on the ejection?
I'm not out there, I don't hear everything that's said. Thought it was a little quick, but don't listen.
So what was the discussion in that timeout?
With the referee?
Yeah.
I just asked him what his thought process was.
Well, no, I meant when they took the timeout, you had the whole team there, and I know Cooley went over too. You guys had a little discussion.
Oh,
there.
for the 4-on-3?
Yeah.
Oh, we were just talking about maybe a little bit different way to kill it. Cut off the top a little bit, which we did. Just a little bit of an adjustment on the kill.
So was there any thought, because we were debating on who the defenders are and who are taking the shifts, why not have Vlasic on one of the shifts? We were just curious, because there was a tough call there.
We just felt the other guys were ready
5
to go.
defenders,
The other guys were doing a good job, and they were fresh enough to roll.
What can you say about Devin here? They tie the game late. Just a little bit of a here we go again, but here kind of overcome some adversity here, right, to pull it out.
Yeah, it was really proud of him. I mean, we left him out to dry on that goal, and we get a penalty in the start to overtime, and but we did a good job killing it. But obviously, if you're going to do a good job killing it, your goalie better make saves, and he made saves. He made some really good ones too.
Luke kind of makes that hit and then gets into the fight and kind of skates by the bench and tells guys, "Hey, it's time here to get going." And how much that lift the team, do you think?
Listen, I said between second and third. I mean, we need more people doing that. I'm not saying fighting. I mean playing with an edge and being all in. To me, it can't always be him. Right? It's got to be other people. Right? And on top of being a good player, that's what makes him such a valuable player for us, or any team that he's on. He's been that way his whole life. And it's him every night. Every time we need it, it's him. And don't underestimate the impact he had on this game, even though he may not have been on the score sheet.
After they scored late in the third period, is anything said on the bench? Do you say anything?
There's only a minute plus to go, so you got to manage the situation, have your next best shift.
What do you think of Colin Graff tonight? Kind of lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, but I thought always in the right place, poised with the puck, smart, good stick. It's not always about wowing everybody in the National Hockey League. It's about, I've said this, how bad you're bad, or it's okay to go out there. Not a lot happened. It's going to happen in this league, and in a funny game with the penalties, with a lot of special teams tonight. He was on the second power play, but they didn't get a lot of time, and then the penalty kill, obviously. So it was a little bit of a disjointed game that way, but I liked what I saw.
Over the last month, the power play has been particularly productive. What can you take from that maybe can go into next year?
Well, Wise has done a phenomenal job with it. We were a very young power play, and you guys have all touched on our personnel, how young we are, and to be able to be where we are in the league is a real testament to the job he's done. And these guys, are coachable, and we've been opportunistic too. And sometimes it's not the prettiest power play from time to time, but at the end of the day, it's about scoring goals. And for a long time here, for 2 months, we've done a really good job statistically scoring on the power play. And Wise has done a hell of a job with it.
Looked like you put Henry Thrun out there with Graff on the first shift. Was that planned, or is it just a rotational thing?
Just a rotation.
Devin mentioned that, going to that third period this time around, he was like, there's no futures, and then not to overthink it, right?
Right.
Could you tell him the poise that he had in that third and overtime?
Yeah, you could see he was the same guy he was in the first 2 periods. And, listen, learning in the NHL is not easy, and, that's what this is all about. You get in here, and no matter how old you are, you're learning, right? Coaches are learning, players are learning. When you go through something for the first time, you're going to look over it and look back and go, I should have done this differently. So, good for him.
it's been such a long season for you guys, tough season, obviously. Especially for the young players. I asked William this question. For the young players, how rewarding is a win like this to show this is what it can be, if you do things right and so on?
It goes a long way, right? You got to have some success in order to verify what you're doing, and to be able to come back and win the game tonight the way we did, and again, sluggish first, but came back and played a much better second and third, and it felt really good to win tonight.
There were a lot of milestones tonight. How important is it to keep that energy going into tomorrow night's game?
Big, right? We want to finish strong, right? We want to finish strong. We want to win some hockey games. We want to feel good about our effort, physical and mental effort. So, we don't have a lot of time to turn around here. We're going to be ready to go tomorrow.
Thanks, David.
Awesome.
You grab a hat, David?
I did not grab it.
There were tons of them.